Forget history lessons and polite bargaining. Hardcore Pawn kicked off the door by turning a pawn shop into a caged street brawl. No questions asked, just customers screaming over $25 potato PC and security breaking up fights in the lobby. It hit True TV like a wrecking ball and instantly became the trash TV version of a pawn show. The media called it a rough knockoff of Pawn Stars. Reddit called it pure chaos. And we are here uncovering the truth behind its shot to the top and why it came crashing back down just as fast. For a while, fans gobbled it up. The premiere in August 2010 drew over 2 million viewers, a record for True TV. Suddenly, everyone in Detroit knew the Gold family's pawn shop. Les Gold, the owner, was a third-generation pawnbroker, and he ran the store with his daughter, Ashley, and son, Seth. In place of polite price haggling, you got expletives, frowns, and security guards ready to haul someone out.
I need him.
You might will need him.
It felt like a TV car crash. You wanted to look away, but you couldn't. Making me remember that time when a customer yelled, "What? $50.60? This ain't Pawn Stars, honey. This is Detroit." Even if you hadn't seen the show, that kind of line told you the tone. It promised no history lessons, just meltdown. The network bragged about it. By the end of the week, Hardcore Pawn was trending on Facebook and Twitter. It turned American Jewelry and Loan into a tourist spot. People would call hoping to catch Ashley cursing at them. It was about raw entertainment. Early on, Hardcore Pawn rode its novelty like a rocket. The Gold family became TV stars. Les was the gruff king in his leather jacket and gold chains, always snapping at anyone who crossed him. Ashley was the quick-tongued daughter who could roast anyone in 2 seconds flat.
Somewhere else. Are you a lady or are you a baby?
Excuse me, sweetheart.
And Seth was the quiet schemer, the one crunching the numbers or throwing sarcastic barbs.
Do anything with it. Appreciate you bringing it in. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Take care, guys. Yeah.
That family setup was electrifying. Fans treated American Jewelry and Loan like a theme park. Some even called ahead to try to get in an episode, hoping Ashley would yell at them.
I got you. Don't with my kid. I'm sorry, man. You don't with my kid. Sorry, Les.
Or Seth would laugh in their face. True TV rode this momentum, and it worked. By 2013, some episodes pulled nearly 2.7 million viewers, huge for True TV. For context, Pawn Stars on History Channel was getting about 6.3 million viewers around that time. So 2 million on a smaller channel was a big deal. True TV executives were thrilled. One press report said they had struck pure gold with the show. The network even tried spin-offs, Combat Pawn, a gunsmith shop show, and Hardcore Pawn Chicago, a sister shop in Chicago, were launched in 2012 to 2013. Neither lasted long, but it shows how much they believed in the formula. They kept adding wild elements. In 2011, the Golds opened a second store in Pontiac, Michigan, and on camera it became a drama bomb. One episode had Seth plotting to sell the new shop behind Les's back, turning a business expansion into a family feud. Another time, the store bought a real stripper's pole for sale, even letting customers try it out on camera. A reporter pointed out that the first episode featured a homemade cannon, and Les joked about blowing it up. Even celebrities showed up. Once Detroit Red Wings hockey star Darren McCarty strolled in selling taxidermy animals, and after some haggling, Les Gold offered him a job as a store clerk. It was Detroit reality TV doom, one episode. A customer tried to pawn a broken coffee machine, and it turned into a professional yapping competition, LOL, over a few dollars.
Man, give me $15 so I got.
Not interested.
Just give me $10, man.
I'm not interested.
Man, give me $10, man. Damn.
Instead of a boring valuation, you got a free fight. It was like giving the audience front row tickets to a dumpster fire. So for a few seasons, Hardcore Pawn had everything. It was loud, outrageous, and real people were involved. Well, as real as they let you feel. The ratings stayed high, and the Gold family basked in the chaos and made the banks. But as more episodes aired, cracks started to show behind the scenes. Here's the kicker. As viewers dug deeper, they found out Hardcore Pawn was largely a TV production trick. The raw, unscripted image began to fade. Fans on Reddit and YouTube started calling it out as fake. They mapped out the pattern. Someone storms in yelling, cameras shake, Ashley screams back, Seth smirks with a one-liner, then Les sighs, and security appears. It was the same routine every episode. People even exposed them by sharing their experiences, like one time a person shared that. Insiders and participants spilled the beans. A Detroit Reddit user said producers were basically recruiting extra drama off the street. He described how the crew searched Craigslist for weird stories and even called people. His friend sold portable stripper poles, and the TV crew found him on Craigslist to get filmed selling them on camera. The friend later said it was completely staged. In another Reddit post, a local ranted, "Hardcore Pawn is totally fake. Producers stand outside the shop with release papers asking people if they want to set up a scene. Then you sign a release, they give you a script, then you shoot it." He claimed the producers literally filmed people agreeing to act out a fight. Other fans agreed. One commented that the producers would troll Craigslist for items and invite those people on the show. Former crew members confirmed it too. One said that if a customer wouldn't argue on their own, producers would goad them. They might follow someone around whispering, "Is that really how you want to respond?" just to create conflict. Another insider bragged that the crew knew exactly how to fake a fight scene. If the first attempt didn't look good, they did retakes. There were even rumors they offered customers $20 to throw a fit for the camera. It was an open secret online. Even the cast started to look the part of characters instead of real people. The always angry customers were usually the same handful of people or hired actors. Critics noted something weird. The customers who got the most explosive scenes were often loud, scruffy folks, while reasonable, well-dressed buyers never yelled. It was as if they were casting specific types to create drama. An internet guy who probably never touches grass counted how many times Ashley yelled a certain way and noticed the exact same inflections every time. People on YouTube compiled craziest hardcore pawn moments of all time and even slowed down clips to show camera crew cues. Behind the scenes, the Golds themselves started acting like they were doing a play. Les Gold's harsh persona sometimes felt exaggerated.
This is one of a kind. You ain't gonna get another one of these coming through.
I'll tell you what. You want to flip 120 or 100?
Let's do it. I got a quarter.
Ashley's insults and overreacting, which were fresh at first, became a fixed routine of eye rolls and the same catchphrases.
You're gonna throw that at me? She throws her key at me. She threw her key at me?
I tossed it in your hand.
Seth, who used to quietly plot and count money, mostly just blinked and nodded at the camera in later seasons.
You think this is funny?
I don't think it's funny. I think that there's something wrong when you start hitting your head against the side of the window.
You know, for talking a bunch of dude, small as you are, dude, my arms are...
Almost like he knew what joke was coming. The tension on screen was manufactured, and the cast seemed to realize it. Staff departures added to the evidence. Longtime manager Rich Pyle had a meltdown on camera. On TV, it looked like a small fight, after which Les sent him home. Rich apologized to Les, but he never returned to the show. Fans later learned Rich quit the pawn shop after all that. It just looked like another messy TV exit. Big Joe Shannon, the big gentle security guard, got fired on camera for stealing scrap gold. That one was actually real, but after that, it was hard to tell reality from storyline. By season 4, both Byron and Hook, favorite security guards, disappeared off the cast list with no explanation. They were replaced by generic new guards with blank expressions like they'd been plucked from a casting call. The pattern was clear. The store's chaos was turned into a factory for entertainment. Some episodes even showed the Golds selling bizarre things that felt like TV stunts. Once they featured a prosthetic leg and a box of used sex toys. Reportedly, after producers found them on Craigslist, every show had to end with someone being escorted out in handcuffs or shouting, "Get out of my store!" Fans joked it was because True TV secretly partnered with a security guard company. One insider summed it up. They said, "We are giving them a TV show of business. It wasn't business at all. It was a soap opera in a pawn shop. Everything was lower at the front, and it's starting to make me insane." By 2015, Hardcore Pawn had become almost like a parody of itself. The fights were still there, but everyone outside knew they were basically watching TV actors who just happened to be working a pawn counter. Once the illusion was out, Hardcore Pawn started to collapse. Viewers felt cheated. In its heyday, the show had looked like gritty Detroit life. Now it was just a midday spectacle. In most real pawn shops, you'd never see this much shouting. In fact, HR rules would ban it. But on Hardcore Pawn, conflict was the product.
If you don't give me the purse, I'm gonna climb over the counter and get it myself. Give me my purse.
How are you?
Would you mind getting over there and get my purse for me?
Okay, first of all, that's not your purse.
Once people realized it was mostly staged, they lost interest. Even the Gold family seemed over it. By season 7 or 8, even Ashley Gold wasn't giving it her all. Critics noticed her famous comebacks felt recycled. By then, she was basically down to 5 catchphrases and a heavy eye roll. Seth's cool guy act got tired. He would just lift an eyebrow or chuckle half-heartedly, as if he was thinking, "I know this is fake too." Les himself looked drained, as if he was tired of shouting lines he'd already delivered dozens of times. A lot of viewers jokingly said, "Couldn't stand Pawn Stars, but it was better to watch than this bullshit." Meanwhile, the customer cast had run dry. To keep the show going, the producers kept stretching for weirder people. By the later seasons, the guests were random oddballs. One guy tried to pawn a high-class prison toilet seat. Another brought in nothing but threatened Les's wife and his family. It stopped looking like Detroit and more like a bad improv class. Every fight felt choreographed. No one really flinched. Everyone shouted the same lines. And security guards arrived on cue. Even former fans were cringing. Comments under YouTube clips all started sounding the same. "Ashley needs therapy." "Seth is annoying. Les should just retire." The show was no longer inspiring loyalty. It was inspiring memes. Off camera, things fell apart too. Rich Pyle never came back. Big Joe was gone for good after the theft scandal. Production quietly gave up. By 2014, True TV had moved on to other content. They canceled Pawn shows without even a cancellation notice. Season 9 rolled out in early 2015, then it vanished. The final episode aired April 6, 2015. But it was just another fight. Nobody knew it was the last one. There was no goodbye special. No thanks for watching. It was as if a TV network ghosted the show. Viewers even started slamming the show with the show that originally asked gay son or thought daughter. After the camera stopped, life went on. Ashley Gold left reality TV in 2016 and told reporters the show had started to feel like Groundhog Day. The same chaos every day. She turned her energy into other projects, an online jewelry store cheekily named Pawn Chick Shopping, and even a fashion podcast. Seth Gold went into tech. He and Les even built an app called Fast Pawn to manage pawn payments online and set up $10,000 in microloans for Detroit students. Les Gold didn't retire either. He expanded the business, opening new stores in Michigan as late as 2021. The Pawn Stars era niche on TV just ended. True TV stopped doing pawn shop shows. It's now all pranks and competitions. Hardcore Pawn didn't get canceled with a bang. It quietly faded, but by then it had already turned into a cultural oddity. People kept the clips alive on YouTube and TikTok, turning Ashley's outbursts and Les's catchphrases into memes. Titles like "Hardcore Pawn is Fake" racked up millions of views. In a weird way, it achieved immortality, not as serious business TV, but as classic reality trash. In the end, the Gold family got fame and the show got its ratings. Even without new episodes, Hardcore Pawn lives on in internet lore. Today, the shop is quiet and everyone has moved on. Ashley stayed in jewelry, Seth moved into tech, and Les is still making deals. But what people remember aren't the sales. It's the shouting and the memes. And remember that reality TV isn't reality. If a pawn shop invites cameras inside, expect a show, not a lesson. If you enjoyed the story behind this rip-off act, hit like and subscribe for more stories told straight, and do leave your favorite crashes from the show down in the comments. Until next time.